If you have a Focus ZX3, this is a 2008, sorry, maybe 2007 example. I say example because example of a Focus with the good old key delete mod. Give me a second. Well, if you have the key delete mod, first step, find the key. Put the key in, turn the key, and we're just gonna mute that. All right. If you turn the key, everybody knows that the check engine light always shows up no matter what. But for demonstration purposes only, that check engine light is for an Evap that I have, P0446 if I remember correctly. But the canister is located in this general area somewhere, and I will be changing that out here very shortly. All right, and cutting back in, we have the creeper down here, focus up on some little ramps here, Monte in the background. If you want some more info on that, give me a comment and let me know. But let's go down here and take a look. Keep you live with me. We are going down here. I got my nice big old light. We're changing out this bad boy right here with all the rust and all the goop on it. That is your Evap solenoid. Let me get that popped out and I will tell you exactly what you need. And jump cut to underside of the car. I am directly underneath. Hey, look, feet. The driver rear. If you pan directly up, you will see that we have our connector here. You want to undo this connector right here, and then come over here, and there's this hose. Go ahead and pop that bad boy off, and everything disconnects from this particular fitting right here. I'm sorry if it's not in focus. I have two hands. I am not a mutant. Anyway, it will pull directly out of that, and the replacement will go in exactly how you see it, with hopefully significantly less rust and less engine code. All right, I moved the light around so hopefully you can see a little bit better, but here's the big purge hose that goes on the end of that. It just pulled directly off towards the back of the car, and the connector for the solenoid looks exactly like that. You push the top of it and pull directly back out, and it will pop out. That gets rid of your connections to the solenoid. Grab it like so and pop out. Notice you have an O-ring. If you don't have an O-ring, start searching for an O-ring that you lost. You may or may not need it with the replacement that you got. All right, this is what you should end up with, the final part being this entire assembly, front to back, connector to hose to tank, minus some rust depending on where you're living, and then we go ahead and open up the new one. Comment below if you know where that opening is from. All right, crappy lighting aside, you could see this one, the original, back of the car, front of the car, fuel tank. The replacement, here's your connector for the back of the car. Here's your hose for your Evap. And on the new unit, we have the plug that's supposed to line up with here, which it does. We have the bigger fitting on the old unit that doesn't line up with either of these, plus this fitting that goes into the tank does not line up with any of these. Alright, so fun story. The part that I ordered here goes here. I just took the original off because I was investigating some shit. But this goes here, connects to all these hoses and all that good stuff. I ordered the wrong valve. I will also show you how to put this in. But to take the old one out, this screw hole and this screw hole is a 7mm, so have fun with that one. And the quick connect hoses go exactly where they come off at. So do the electrical. But I'm gonna go try to find the tank side evap valve and get that replaced as well in this same video. All right, so fast forward about, I don't know, 32 seconds. In, but not the bottom hole because that doesn't go into anything, as you can see, and you're left with the obvious choice of this one here. Hard line up top. This will stick out here. Push it this way and you could get to this bolt to tighten it up or loosen it, whatever you need to do. Electrical connector, excuse me, porky pig in here. But this goes on exactly how it is. Push down, pop out, plug in. If you don't know how to do that, why are you here? These two connectors, this hose, the top one, is this one here. I don't know where. Also, I did the lifetime filter delete. I will make a video on that later if you want. But middle hose, yellow label. That's how I remembered it. Middle hose, yellow label. Bottom hose, big hose, all the way to the back where I ordered the wrong part for, and I'm gonna go try to find. So, part changed. If it fixes the light, cool. If it doesn't, then I know I need to change out further back. But I still want to change that one out anyway, and if I find that one, I will update you. Alright, sorry about the focus, but underneath here, focus anyway, but under here, here's the old valve. I went ahead and reinstalled it. Electrical connector right here. Here's the main body of it. If it'll focus, that goes to the charcoal canister the way this is going. I'm sorry, that goes to the tank. That goes to the charcoal canister. I only have a limited amount of hands underneath here. However, I do know that this valve is bad based on an ohm reading that I took, and it is reading open loop. So if you want to test that valve, pop that off. I am so sorry about the focus, but pop that valve off, and if you test the valve at the connectors on the valve itself, not the car, it should read, well, anything but low numbers or open loop. I think the number is somewhere between 30 and 60 ohms of resistance on this connection itself. Back here. The electrical connection coming from the car should be 12 volts. I'm sorry, I have no idea where I'm pointing the camera right now. It is on my chest, but that's the basic info on that. Let me go see if I can find a replacement exact valve for this locally. I doubt it. If I have to order it, I'll be back with you.
3 days later.
So the keen eye among you may have noticed that this is a new box. That is the old part that we took off and replaced. Did not get rid of my code, but new part, not going to return it. Might as well use it. This one just came in. DORMAN 911-217. Whatever you do, buy it online. Do not go to your parts store. It is about 5 times more expensive there, and nobody has them. So let's see what we got. Does this resemble anything like our old original unit? Everything said it did. And what do you know? That is the unit we need right there. Canister, well, take that back. Canister, intake, and Take a guess. Electrical. Cool. All right. Let's go slap this bad boy in. Again, because this is my life. Yeah, so old, new, just like that. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the old canister hose, if it'll cooperate. Take off the electrical connector. My finger's in the way, I apologize. Just, you know, pinch, pull, hope for the best. Usual electrical connector stuff. That's out. And now that the electrical is out, we could just pop her on out. Let's go prep the old one. I'm sorry, the new one. All right, once again, that's our old crusty unit, and I just mentioned prepping the new one. Prepping involves 3 steps. Step 1, some nice little petroleum jelly here. Step 2, get your finger all nice and goopy and feeling great. Step 3, just put a little bit on that O-ring right there. You don't need the rest of what's on my finger because that's just a little excessive. Go ahead, lube up that O-ring. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, so bear with me. We'll lube that bad boy up, and in real time, we're gonna walk back over here. Whee! And we are back where this thing is supposed to live. It does not go like that. It indeed goes like so. If I could get it off of my finger, thank you. All right, right into socket here. O-rings lubed. Let's go ahead and pop her in there. Again, sorry for the camera work. I'm doing my best here. And you should hear a nice thunk once it's in. Let's go ahead and get our canister hose in there. And while you have this hose off, go ahead and blow some air through it. And make sure it's not blocked or anything like that. You should hear it coming from the passenger rear wheel well if it is operating correctly. And hell, you should just hear air coming through it at all cost. I'm gonna try to plug this in one-handed in focus at the same time. There. All right, we're plugged in. We're connected here. We're connected here. That is all we need to do. That coupled with our new underhood setup. Let me go clear the codes and see what happens. All right, foot on the clutch, foot on the brake. Give it the mandatory little neutral wiggle, because you have to. Let's see what we got. All right, light is out. I'm gonna go take a short cruise around town. I gotta go pick up some stuff from the hardware store. We're at 106.5 miles on the old, trip counter there. Let's see what happens when we get back. So we're back from our little test drive there. I only did a few miles because small town things. Well, I was gonna run to the store, but I forgot my wallet. It happens. But usually that light comes back on immediately, and it is not there. Also, I have noticed my idle has smoothed out quite a bit. So the valve that I had must have failed open, because that seems to have gotten rid of a vacuum leak. So it's idling a lot smoother and possibly running better with, all the fuel mileage benefits and everything that go with it. I'm not claiming to, be saving a ton with this or gaining a half a second in the quarter mile if that's kind of your thing, but it certainly helps it run a lot better and, exactly how you want. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Happy hunting.